Welcome to the spa. Are you ready for your almost daily dose of the state of relationships today? So obviously I'm not in the dating game anymore, but my brother is, and he does a lot of his dating online. What do y'all do?
Kind of the same thing, really, like online dating apps, unfortunately. Tried to meet people organically in
Yeah.
real life, but that
Yeah.
Basically impossible.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, I was reading something or watching something recently that was telling a story about like this man and woman sitting on the bus together. And one man is looking for a partner on his phone on a dating app. The woman is also looking for a partner on her phone and her dating app. And they both seem like professional and like each other's type. Like they're both beautiful people and they're both looking for a partner, but they are so invested in their phone that
They're not
That they
talking
don't
to
they
see
don't
each
even
other.
see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about online dating? Like I've never experienced that because I grew up before all that shit.
Do you want to go first, or do you?
Yeah, I'll start. Well, I could say that it mostly revolves around social media.
Yeah.
A lot of connections are based through social media. When it comes to like online, like dating, I myself, majority of my dating has came from online,
Uh-huh.
but the relationships always turn out like terrible.
Yeah, I was about to say, so if a lot of these online relationships are being based off of social media, we all kind of know that your social media profile is
Is
low
not.
key a scam.
Yeah.
Like
It's giving off a fake facade who you are.
exactly. So you're meeting the person they want to be, not the person they actually are. So you think that's probably the biggest impact making it hard?
Oh, of course. That is like a major component to why a
Mhm.
lot of online relationships fail.
I actually have a question because social media is so rampant in y'all's like generation. Not saying it's not in mine, but I
Mhm.
kind of low key avoid that shit. I have all of it, but I try to limit it.
Mhm.
Do you think that any of the people you really meet anymore are actually authentic? Whether it's
think
online or not,
I
right?
think well, first of all, I think, kind of to answer your first question, I think dating apps can be a good thing, but also a bad thing because
Yeah.
you can meet genuine people.
Mhm.
I've met some people off of like apps that are cool, and we didn't necessarily have a relationship, but it was like a consistent, like,
Mhm.
we kept in
Connection.
touch, connection. Yeah. Um, and there were some people, I won't name who, but they didn't want a relationship until they're roommates. Anyways, um. Anyways, but I think it can also be sometimes draining because, like Marlon said, a lot of it is similar to social media, like the way you set up your profile pictures and you put like you
Your
build,
bio.
yeah, like you build in a way this like
Impersonation.
persona, yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know about for like straight people, but for like the gay community, especially, there's already a lot of impossible like
Standards to meet. Yeah.
standards with like body type, race, and just everything. And so when you add a dating app into that, and like it just makes it a whole lot worse, and you feel like you're endlessly like scrolling, searching, and every time you think someone's like there, then it's like, oh, delete, block,
Yeah.
whatever. But to answer your question, your second question, if I can remember it.
Do you think that any of the connections you make with people, even in person, are really authentic anymore?
I definitely think so because like we met in person and
Yeah.
obviously we hit it off like right away.
I will
Cause
interject and say I do think that both of us in general are also very authentic people. So that obviously plays a role.
yeah,
So, in general, though, don't let an exception change the overall. Do you still think that?
if you
It's
had
okay if you do. I'm genuinely asking.
if you'd asked me a week ago, I would have said yes. But after recent events from yesterday, I don't think
But he
I.
wasn't really an authentic meet in person. He was at like I met him off.
Online. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then that kind of just goes hand in hand with the question a little bit
Uh-huh.
because he presented as
Uh,
authentic until
Yeah.
things didn't go.
So what do you think? Because earlier it looked like you were thinking about it.
that's a particularly hard question for me to ask because I've been in a lot of situations where it's like, okay, what the is going on? Like,
Yeah.
but other than that,
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I I just find it particularly hard with online
Mm-hmm.
relationships because you got to build that bond off of a short period of time.
Yeah. I also think my thing as an older person and looking at the. Are you glaring at him for sneezing?
I'm trying. I'm really trying. My allergies are killing me right
That's
now.
mean.
I was like, do we need a humidifier?
Right.
Maybe.
Spritz him like a cat. So I think my thing with maybe it's just because of the when I was growing up, internet is like was starting, you
Yeah.
know? So I was in the AOL Messenger era. I was in the era, like all of it from the beginning. And so we were very, very much drilled like you don't know who's on the other side of that computer.
hmm
And then on top of that, to add an additional layer, I grew up in the ghetto. Like my dad's a drug dealer. My family is. My grandfather, who lived across the street from me, was a PDF file, and so like I grew up around a lot of things that make me untrusting of the world in general.
Yeah.
hmm
So I don't know if that's me just being fearful. Like for all I know, this person is a serial killer,
I
and what a better place for them to find victims.
Then online.
Exactly.
because then that brings up the idea like almost everyone has alternative motives.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. Even if it's just to make themselves seem some way, like rich or I don't even know,
feeding
better.
into a personality that's not even theirs to begin with.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like I think there's a Yo Gotti song. Maybe that should be our song today. The Errrbody song where he's talking about online you have like 50 purses and stuff like that, but they don't actually have it. Talking about like Instagram and flexing and all
Oh
this
yeah.
different stuff.
That
I
reminds
guess
me
everybody rich.
of something that I saw where they have a place, I think it's in Texas, where you can take pics in a fake jet like set.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a set and it looks like a real jet and you can
That's
take pics in there,
crazy.
but then when you like turn the camera, it's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like
Well, and also you can like rent Lamborghinis in Houston and shit, and then
Yeah.
just get
Especially
photos and
slingshots and stuff like
take a
that.
picture with
Mhm.
the purse from the store and then put it back when you're done.
And also, I was even like watching a video today talking about how some of these influencers try to act like they're rich and they have all this stuff, but really they're broke as fuck, and people are paying, like sponsors are paying for them to go
Yeah.
places so that it looks like they're living this lavish life,
hmm
you know?
And that's another thing because like from my experience, I used to be a stock trader.
Mhm.
So a lot of, gurus and people like that
Mhm.
would post up like, education, but you gotta pay
Yeah.
like $1,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's where you're getting all your money from. You're
Yeah,
not getting
yeah.
from actually what you're teaching. You're
You're
getting it.
taking people's money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're tricking people. It's just like those, not saying all of them are bad, but self-help seminars where you have
Oh
to
yeah.
pay a bunch of money to come in and they're like, yeah, you can have everything you want. And
Yeah.
it's,
But you
you
got to
know,
buy my course to find out the
yeah.
secrets, and then you buy the
Low
course.
key, that's dead ass the same shit as in church. Like there are literal churches that are not really based around Christianity, but they feed off of it, and they're like, tithe, and the Lord will bless you back. They're called prosperity churches or some shit like that. There's a specific genre name for them.
That's the problem.
Exactly. And it's like God doesn't care about that. At least I don't think so. I mean, I don't fucking know. Some of this shit is just wild.
Yeah.
Greed.
Greed. Yeah.
That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
greed,
Yeah,
greed
it's
for
greed.
sure.
You know, it's kind of funny that you say that because I think that also can tie back to like the state of dating,
Mhm.
because one thing that a lot of people always complain about with dating in general is that like you can't find like love, I guess, because well, one, nobody really wants to commit.
Yeah.
a lot of people are also greedy because a lot of people they just want like sex,
Oh
hookups,
yeah,
hookups, but nobody wants the
one time
relationship.
link ups,
Yeah,
quickies. Uh,
quick ones in the car or whatever, but nobody wants like, to just watch a movie and or just like
cuddle.
cuddle in bed
Cuddle.
and talk
Yeah.
about how
Shit,
your
what,
day
what
was.
happened to take me out to Starbucks and getting coffee?
Right. Quite literally take me out to dinner first.
So actually, I was gonna say something about that too. I think part of y'all's generation's problem, and I'm not saying that other generations don't have it. It's
Mhm.
just y'all are still figuring out love. I mean, y'all are young, so y'all obviously your generation hasn't settled down,
Mhm.
right? But for y'all's generation, like right now, it seems like there is a focus on sex, and so the value of the person is lost to the man, especially.
Oh, I
Oh,
have a
yeah.
real good.
Okay, so the value of the woman in a oh my god, heterosexual relationship, the woman giving it up, her value is immediately
It's
lost.
degrading.
And
But when the
then
man does it, it's like, oh, he's a
He's a
shit.
sex
yeah,
object.
He's
but then on top of that, you have this broken idea of love where it's a disposable thing,
Yeah,
right? Because of the internet, because of online dating, you can just swipe, swipe,
it's something that can
swipe,
be easily
but
acquired.
you can fix things. Like there is no working together or communication, it feels like. It's just toxic, shut down, whatever. But what were you gonna say?
I feel like it's not only is it degrading, but it the whole like conception behind it is really draining to think about
Yeah.
because it makes people who actually care, who actually want to give, a part of themselves to someone, and them turning around and basically throwing it back into your face.
Yeah. And then those people who do want something authentic and are looking for relationships, they feel lost because they're getting tossed around, used. They don't know if should I have sex? Should I not have sex? Because I remember a girl that used to be my friend. Well, she's still my friend, but we used to work together. We don't now.
Mhm.
She's younger. And she did all the online dating and stuff, and she would give it up almost immediately, right? And I kept telling her, she's like, I don't understand why I can't have a boyfriend. I'm like, baby, stop giving it up.
You're devaluating yourself. You're not
Yeah.
giving yourself those morals.
But it's not even fully about that, which I do think it devalues a woman, but that's not meant to be sexist or whatever. It's just because every time a woman does that, since it's an emotional thing for them, every time they do that and then they don't get taken by the hand and led into a relationship, they devalue themselves. They feel
Yeah.
unworthy.
And yeah, that is especially true because, I myself, when I was in Georgia before I came back down here,
Mhm.
I was in a particular situationship where the
Yeah.
person he wasn't good for me at all.
Yeah.
And I stayed around, and Ian knows about the whole story from the beginning.
From the beginning, all 2 years and some change of it.
Well, also it's hard because when you're finally committed to something, because you've been tossed like through all these quick relationships so fast, whether there's sex involved or not, that
So when
doesn't
you get a
really
taste
matter.
of something even a little for a little bit,
Yeah.
it's
When you
like
get anything long term, it's like, I can't.
Let it go.
When am I going to get this again?
yeah, like this might be my only
Yeah.
chance time of
Well,
getting that.
one of the problems with this idea for the younger generation, you tell the women, stop giving it up because that's going to make them not come back to you. If you give it up, you're not the wife, right?
Mhm.
But then the women or the girls will be like, but when I do hold back, they still ghost me. And there's a clear thing that needs to be understood here. If you make them wait and they stick around, you're wife material. If you make them wait and they disappear, they were going to disappear regardless. They were only there for sex to
Temporary.
begin with.
Yeah.
So it's not because everyone is going to get away from you. It's because there's a clear understanding of what they want from the beginning. You just don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And primarily, relationships they're life lessons. They
Yes.
teach you so just in case if that relationship doesn't work out, you know now how to be a better person when you go into the next one.
And how to communicate better, because at some point there was some kind of communication or a lack thereof, which is teaching you, okay, this was our lack of communication. This is what I need to work on with the next person.
Mhm.
Also, it teaches you red flags to look for, you know? But every time you, like, this whole sex pandemic, which I think it's reeling back. Is it? Maybe not. Okay. I think the pandemic,
I mean, I would say maybe a little bit.
a
I
little
feel
bit, it's at
like
the beginnings.
because for me, when I first turned like 18,
hmm
which I want to talk about, I feel like another big thing about online dating and why that kind of doesn't end up working. I think that having people as young as 18 able to be on the same app as people that are like 50, 60,
30, 40,
70,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
that
weird.
it's weird. Not only is it weird, but it also, because when you're 18, you're like, yes, like I'm finally of age, I get to explore. And it's
You can
like,
easily get taken advantage of. Because I'm sorry, just because you're an adult and you're 18 and you can legally have sex with
doesn't mean
somebody
that you're
doesn't mean you're
mentally ready for that.
exactly.
And like, whenever you get with someone that's like 40 or 50 or whatever, like they mess you up and then you're messed up. So now you go and mess up somebody else that may be a similar age to you. And then it keeps on and keeps
Yeah.
on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I think another problem with like older men is like younger men or women dating the older man or woman. It's like you said, you find this old guy that you like, and he seems like the most amazing guy that has his life together.
Mhm.
But it's because you're 18 and
And
you
you
don't
want to
have anything
fix it,
together,
yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
Like you can attest you're 21 right now and you still don't even really know what the fuck you're doing. I'm about to be 37 this month. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm still figuring out how to be a good wife and how to manage everything that I have to manage.
Yeah.
So, if they're dating someone young and they're old, there's one of two things going on. Either they're sick fucking freaks that only like young people,
Mhm.
or they're a fucking loser and everyone their age knows that they're a loser, but they
Yeah.
look amazing to these young kids.
Yeah.
And then the younger people are easier to influence, to manipulate.
Oh,
Than
yeah.
somebody that's
Oh,
your
yeah.
age. Yeah.
But let's not say this. Some of the young people are also the
Oh,
same
the
way.
Oh,
same way.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like narcissists and like true narcissists, everybody's fucking ex is a narcissist these days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
I feel
some
like-
of them
I'm not
really are
saying
true
some of them
narcissists.
aren't.
But
Well, narcissism is on a
it's-
rise
yeah,
too because of
Oh.
social
But
media.
another
Yeah.
thing is narcissism is not just you're a
Up here.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's levels.
Yes,
of narcissism.
yes. And there's different kinds. You have literally right here, covert narcissism.
Mhm.
You have overt narcissism. You have different types of narcissistic people. Some are like, the world owes me everything and I'm the winner of I'm God.
Scapegoat.
You know who that
God
sounds
complex
like?
narcissism.
Mhm.
Scape complex narcissism.
And then the ones
Scapegoat.
that are like, oh, well, I failed because the world didn't do me right. It's
Hip-
not my fault,
hypocrite.
narcissism.
Hypocritical narcissism. Oh yes.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to have to cut that out.
Yeah, you got to cut that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think I also saw something maybe today or yesterday that said the reason why dating for our generation looks a lot different is also because a lot of people in our generation didn't get love.
Mhm.
So we don't know what love looks like. So because we don't know what that looks like, we
make
don't
our
know.
own- we make our own fabrication.
Yeah,
of
and
what
we
love
don't know
is.
how to love. So to us, love is sex, or
Okay.
it's I love bomb you and then ghost you or whatever.
So, okay, when you say that, because that might be a future topic for me,
Mhm.
when you say y'all didn't learn love or understand love, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you missing? What can I help teach y'all?
Well,
I feel like maybe, well, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I feel like my interpretation of that is parents didn't do, not, I don't want to say do enough, but they
they didn't
didn't,
show
The physical
while,
Yeah.
aspect?
while they were in their marriage or in their relationship.
they didn't show
Oh.
they
what
didn't
that
show
looks like.
themselves
But
what
they,
love
Examples.
yeah, they didn't
was.
show themselves love. They didn't show each other love, and they even
Didn't
didn't
show
show their
y'all
kids love.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so it's not just about physical love, it's also about
Emotional.
Emotional,
emotional.
mental, yeah.
So
all of
that's
it.
why y'all get so like weird when y'all see me and Holly talking the way we
Yeah,
talk.
like I've always told Kaylee, like sometimes I get jealous or not jealous, but
Aw.
like sometimes I get envious because I'm
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see it because that's
But it's
good.
kind of like
But
we
it's
wish
like,
we had
dang,
that
like I
kind of
wish I had
relationship.
that.
You
Yeah.
have it now.
Yeah, I'm
You
grateful
have it
for
now.
it.
But then it's also like what I was told in Georgia by this one group of people that weren't good people, but they
Mhm.
gave me things to learn was
Mhm.
that you have blood family
You have your
and
chosen
you have your
family.
chosen family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I came to find out that sometimes your chosen family will be the ones that are to come through for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because blood is literally just blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is literally just blood might as well be a fucking chaining you to that person, even when you don't want to be with them.
That's why
Yeah.
it's like you got blood, oil, and water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And some of those don't mix.
Yeah.
And it's funny because there's this song called Chosen Family, and I've been listening to it since 2020, and I've understood what it meant, but I don't think I truly resonated with it until this year, because this year was the year
Like
where it was like sometimes family really
Ding.
is not.
especially the beginning of this year, it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the
I'm
middle of this year,
sorry.
and
I'm
yeah.
sorry, y'all.
But yeah, I think there's some truth to that statement, like just not seeing love, and like a lot of people like saw their parents arguing all the time and like fighting, cursing each other, physical, and then some people's parents, you
Hi,
know,
honey, how are you doing today? Like I want to see that.
yeah, like how was
I
school? How was
literally did not believe in love. Like I didn't believe
Oh,
love
yes,
was real. Yeah,
'cause
even with my family
The
when I
thing
was
about
a
me,
kid.
I'm also like, I'm going to school to be an astrophysicist. At the end of the day, I feel like internally I'm a scientist.
Mhm.
We
Yes.
learned that love is, is neurological. It's with your neurons dealing with your brain.
Mhm.
So I used to always think, oh, that's just my brain and the neural activity that's
Yeah.
just going off.
Yeah.
But now I also kind of feel like, after watching movies like Interstellar
Mhm.
and movies like that, I feel like love is something that transcends our understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in order for us to understand it, we put it in, a category for us to better understand it when it could be something completely different.
Yeah.
And building on that, it's there's this scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of my favorite shows of all time, where well, yes, but Toph, if y'all know, Toph asks Aang, is it Toph, right? I think so. She asks him, she's like, do you really believe, like, she says friendships, but I kind of see it as like all
Oh, yeah.
relationships.
All
She's like, do you think friendships can transcend lifetimes? And I
yeah.
definitely believe that it can, because like we always say all the time that we were
had to be
friends or brothers in a
brothers,
past
something.
lifetime, because
Okay, so hold on. Scientist, neurons. That's electricity in your brain.
Mhm.
Do you believe that you have a soul?
Yes. I also come from an evangelical Christian background, so I still have those, beliefs. But I feel like our body is just it's the vessel.
Well, from a scientific standpoint, I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. But not from a science standpoint, electricity, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Your body can, however. You can't pinpoint consciousness in the brain.
It can't be created or destroyed, but it can be released.
Yes, but that means the neurons that are
It's
firing
energy.
when you're connecting is energy. So
it's
when it
love.
is released, y'all are connected.
Yeah, that's how I feel. At the end of the day, everybody that's a part of the human race is connected.
Oh yeah,
At
I
the
do
end
too.
of the day, we all I feel like will go back to a source. There
Yes.
is a source.
Yes.
Like if it's not the earth itself, because there was this one famous astrophysicist that said, when I die, bury me, because I want to give back the flora and fauna back to the earth. The same energy that the earth has given me, when I die, I want to give it back to them. So,
And I guess cremation isn't going to do that, huh?
Yeah.
no,
It'll maybe release
it will be the process of decomposition, your body decomposing back into the earth. That's why mushrooms and things like that are
I never knew whether I wanted to be buried or cremated or what, but that kind of makes me, I low-key want to be buried but without any embalming or anything like that.
When I become a multi-billionaire, I actually want for, if I ever
Oh
die.
Lord, he's gonna start with the immortal talk.
But if I do die, I want for my body actually to be sent to the sun. And, I want my body to burn up in the stratosphere of the sun. So at that point, at least I feel like I'll live for another couple of billion years.
Because your energy's in the sun.
Yeah. It's going around the sun somewhere. It's somewhere around the sun, but
just absorbed.
Yeah.
You're definitely cremated in that situation.
Yeah, for sure. To a
but at least
crisp.
I'm like, hey, my energy is gonna be added to another energy source. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Mhm.
Well, I think we hit some really good points. Do either of you have any last comments?
Don't give up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Give it time. Communication is a foundational key to when it comes to relationship. Communication can bring a lot of relationships from a very dark place.
Yeah.
But it's also, again, having that trust to communicate with each other.
Mhm.
Also, repair, recycle, reuse. That goes for your fucking relationship, bro. Don't be throwing that shit away.
Yeah.
Seriously, that bond is stronger than anything new you're going to cycle through.
And then sometimes, you're in a relationship just to get back into it. But at that time, you needed to learn something.
Yeah.
And it's not just
We've definitely that's happened for us
friendships
before.
as well.
Friendships, all of it. I agree with Marlon. Definitely don't give up because I feel like I've always believed in love, even if at some points it wasn't as strong as other points. But yeah, but I'm a hopeless romantic, so I've always believed in love.
Marlon's like, fuck yeah.
Oh, he's the most hopeless out of all of us, probably.
Oh yeah, I'm
But, yeah,
definitely the most hopeless. Because
Love it.
I try to find it. I find it, then I lose it. And then when I find it, it's like,
In
oh
the
my
wrong
God,
people.
this love is just swampy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always believed in it and don't give up for sure because this year I have found, great love. It's not necessarily a relationship, but friendships. Okay, a little bit of relationship, but I mean, yeah. But it's out there for sure. You just gotta, search for it. You gotta find
And
it.
y'all are really young.
Yeah.
Y'all are
And that's another thing.
good.
Our generation, we are young. We have our whole
Mhm.
lives to find our one, you
And
know?
then it may take 1 relationship, 2 relationships, 3 relationships, 4 relationships, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, or 11. As long as you keep going through it, you'll eventually find that needle in the haystack.
Yeah, because you have to hit the stairs to make it to the next level.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of the process.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
well, our song is gonna be "Errrbody" by Yo Gotti. Cause fuck yeah. So yeah. Bye guys.
Bye.
Thank y'all for being here.
Of course.
That was fun.